Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome home to Living Simple. In today's episode, we are going to be going through our very first grocery haul. This is actually our first time going to BJ's, so we kind of tried it out to see how much we were going to save. My Discover card showed that we would get 5% cash back, so we go ahead and try to take advantage of that. So let's just go through what we got. What are we going to be using it for? We got a lot of stuff that we don't normally get, so we'll see how it goes. As you can see here, we'll start with some fresh ground turkey. Now, the ground turkey is a huge part of our diet. We probably eat it at least once a day. We actually only wound up paying $10 a package, and we got 2. So that was actually pretty nice because when you're at the Aldi's, I believe it's about $5 for about half of that. So it comes out to a little bit about the same, but still great value. If it's equaling to Aldi's prices, you know it's probably good. So again, next we're going to move on to here. We have the boneless chicken breast, which again is a staple in our diet. And that actually only cost us, one was $14.62 and the other one was $16.30. So those are pretty good prices. I believe they're at $2.99 per pound, which is about average in our area. So that was it wasn't too bad. So far, we're not seeing the amazing savings of a wholesale club like you would expect, but we'll just move on from here. So let's take a look. Next, we're going to just keep on with the meats. We have our meat that we have there, which is kind of like it's like a steak sandwich meat, and we're going to be using that on the weekends. So that one was $12.48. Not too bad. I believe it brings about 4 slices of meat. So that'll be great for the weekend, just to chop it up, maybe some rice and some veggies. It'll be great. Again, this grocery haul is going to change because we do have stuff in our fridge, in our freezer that we have to clear out before we really start going in. Next, we're going to move over here. We have our feta. The feta was actually a decent price. It was $13.29. It isn't the non-fat feta that we usually get at the Aldi's, but it is cheap. It was cheaper for the big bucket, and that's going to last us more than 2 weeks. So that's actually a pretty good, decent deal. Next, we'll go over here. We have our bacon. We usually don't eat bacon, but on the weekends we have been craving a little bit of, some bacon and eggs, and you'll see with the other breakfast foods that we got. But the bacon it's actually a 3-pack, and we were actually able to get it for $14.29, which isn't a terrible price. At the shop right near us, I believe they go for about $7 a pack. That's actually a pretty good savings. So let's go over we'll move on to the avocados. The avocados here. Now, the avocados in our area right now have been at, honestly, a really low for what they usually are. I think at the highest they were at $2.50 each. At the BJ's right now, we got the avocados for $4.79. So we got 2 of them at $4.79, which is an awesome price. That's less than $1 each. Each one brings about 5. Usually at the ShopRite or the Aldi's, they're either 69 cents or 90 cents, depending on which one you go to, depending on what time. But that's not a bad price. I mean, basically you're paying about 80, 90 cents each. So that's a great deal. Next we have string cheese that Angelica decided to get, which is great because, I believe there's 36 in there, so that's going to be obviously a lot. Those are like little quick snacks that we like to get. We have those at $10.99, which is a good price, actually. At the ShopRite, I believe they're about maybe $5 a pack of 12. So that's actually a pretty good price. Next, underneath, I don't know if you can see there, is the eggs. We got 5 dozen eggs, and that should be enough for 2 weeks. And that was $17. Again, the price of eggs is starting to normalize in our area, and I think that is a pretty average price for what we're seeing in other places. And then we have our Thomas's Bagels here, and the Thomas's Bagels ran us $3.99. That's actually a really good price for Thomas's Bagels. At the ShopRite, you're buying that pack right there for $5. And if you go to Aldi's, you'll get a little bit, a little bit cheaper. I think it'll be around the same price, maybe $3.99 or $3.50, but you're getting the Aldi's brand. You're not getting the Thomas's brand, which is actually a really good tasting bagel. It isn't your bagel store bagels, especially if you're from New York, you know what I'm talking about. Those bagels are on another level. But for what it is, if you're buying, box store bagels, these Thomas's are pretty good. Now, behind over here, you can see the little corner of, that's the unsweetened almond milk. I usually like the sweetened almond milk because I put it in my coffee and don't add any sugar. But we do have sugar. I don't mind adding a little spoon of sugar now and then. So that is the gallon version. And that actually costs us $4.49, which is pretty good. Usually that's about 50 cents more expensive at the ShopRite or at Aldi's. So next we'll move on here, keep it with the dairy, and we have the cottage cheese. That we like to do our own little concoction with the avocados. Maybe in a couple of weeks I'll go over my recipe for that, which is awesome, and it tastes amazing. That cost us $4.79 a bucket, or a little container thing. And we got 2 of those. So $4.79, that's actually also a really good price. I believe at the ShopRite they're at $4.99 right now for each. That's if you're getting this specific brand. I don't remember what this is called. Breakstones. If you get their brand, I believe it's around the same price. So you're getting a better name brand for that price, for $4.79, which is pretty good. Now, another thing that we've been actually enjoying a lot is Greek yogurt, which you see here, the large box. That brings 16 little Shabanis. Shabanis, as you know, is a name brand. And that actually ran us $14.99 for 16, which is a pretty good price. Now, obviously, they're a little bit cheaper at the Aldi's, but you're getting a name brand, really good tasting product. And in my opinion, a better tasting product than the Aldi's, and you're getting it for around the same price, maybe a little bit more expensive. I believe the Aldi's ones are like 60 cents each. I can't remember correctly, but those are pretty good. Now, this is something new, the skinny pasta. Now, the skinny pasta was $9.99, and it brings 4. So this is going to be like a weekend thing. We're going to actually try one tonight, but they're supposed to be ready in 2 minutes, and we do have some pasta sauce in there. We have always chicken, obviously. So we're going to try and see how that goes. It was $9.99 for 4, which, is a little pricey, but we wanted to give it a try because we want to bring a little bit more variety into our menu. So we went ahead and gave it a try. And it's only 9 calories a package. So, you really can't go wrong. So that, like I said, was $9.99. Then underneath that, we have our variety pack of the oatmeal, which is something I've been meaning to get for a little while now. And that actually cost us $13.29 for 40 packets. That is really good. Again, over at the ShopRite, I'm pretty sure this is a little bit more. I think it's the same price, but you're definitely getting less. So all in all, with everything you see here, we wound up spending $179.55. Now, I haven't checked yet how much we wound up saving on my Discover card, but this is at 5% cash back. So when it comes time for the bill, it'll calculate everything for me. And I save 5% using my Discover. Again, I just take our cash, put it into my bank, and pay my Discover with that and pay it off early. So we're not in debt. We're just leveraging the credit card to save a little bit of money on our groceries. Especially now with the groceries fluctuating the way they are, it is important to do whatever you can, or doing what you can control to save a little bit of money without sacrificing so much of the quality. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just a quick little grocery haul video. This was a little impromptu, so I'm sorry if this is a little, scattered. But again, I hope you guys really enjoyed. Maybe this will give you some ideas on how maybe you can save money. And let me know if you guys go to BJ's, if you guys have any tips or tricks, something I can learn. Again, the only problem that we saw with BJ's today was that everything is sold in bulk. So we wanted to get pasta sauce. We do have one in the cupboard. But the problem is, when everything is sold in bulk, it's really hard for, especially with me and Angelica being only a family of 2, not being able to get the correct quantity that we want. So we wanted pasta sauce, right, to go with the skinny pasta that we got. The issue is that they only had these huge barrels of pasta sauce. We didn't need all that. All we needed was like 2 little small ones. Instead of making an extra trip to the ShopRite, we're just going to use the vodka sauce that we have in the cupboard. I know that, pasta and vodka sauce aren't great, especially angel hair pasta, but, we're going to make do. But yeah, that's the only little gripe that we had today. But besides that, I think all in all, it was great. Like I said, we're going to do BJ's one more time this month, and maybe we'll switch over to Aldi's, but we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys got any value from this. I do ask you to like, subscribe, and possibly share it with someone else that also goes to BJ's, all right? I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.